You'd have to. Okay. Hello, everybody. This is the All In Within the Body, Mind, and Spirit Mastermind Alliance we have going here. Today is April 17th, 2024. Making history again. Another mastermind. So today I want to talk about the laws of the universe, the universal laws. I want to talk about the first four universal laws. We'll go around the room and talk about them. The first universal law is the law of divine oneness, and that states that everything is interconnected and life is one indivisible whole. The body is an island universe. Everything in your body is interconnected, mind, body, and soul. And like, you know, when you get an injury, it affects other parts of your body. And so we will talk about the law of divine oneness. And then the second universal law is the law of vibration. And everything is energy in a high-speed state of vibration that functions on frequencies. And there are infinite numbers of frequencies. Everything is energy. That's the law of vibration. And then the third universal law is the law of attraction. And like attracts like. And I like how in this saying it unites two of the universal laws. Your vibe attracts your tribe, right? That's how we all got here, where we're at right now. And then the fourth universal law is the law of correspondence, and that says that all the universal laws correspond to each other. And it's kind of defined as above, so below, as within, so without. You know, the internal world dictates the external world, not the other way around. The external doesn't dictate the internal world. So yeah, the first four universal laws will go around the room. We'll talk about them. They affect our reality. That's a fact. Let's start with Patrick. Patrick, what you got?
Well, being tapped into these laws, and I would say it's almost a guide. They guide you in the right direction. And to stay tapped into them is it's a lot. It's a lot of work, like to be spiritually connected because of internal thought in your mind, and
Right.
to to be free of negative thinking, and to be free of ego. Okay, ego and what you don't like, and if things aren't going your way, or and not being really open to just what's going on around you, right? You know, and just it's difficult to stay centered, and to stay in that spot. You can find, you find it. I definitely find this. I find peace and tied into the universe for sure. But it's to harness and stay there I think is the most difficult part of growth. For me, it's very difficult. I react. I I would say that I do have struggles with ego. It's just it's just, you have to be open to that. You have to be open to universal law and just be. Just be.
That's right.
Yeah. And it's practice. It's practice. That's why I come here every day, because I know that I need help. I need help with conducting myself in a proper way. Just being open. And for me, I am searching to have an open heart. An open heart. Believe in what I believe in, but having an open heart to how other people
Yeah.
are and how the
Everybody's
world
different.
is. Because we have
Absolutely.
no real, we want control of it. We want control of it, but we don't have any control of it. It's just the way it is. And people want
We can only
control.
have control of the internal world. The I know I always bring up Wes Watson's sayings, but they're so profound, especially this one. The world's not as it is. The world is as you are. You know,
Yes.
the world is as you are. Your internal world, shaped by your views and beliefs. That's it. The world's not as it is. It's as you are. Your
Yeah. And
personal world.
yeah, and I guess I'll put a little bit on there. Um, one, one thing, one thing can take you out of that. One thing that you don't, I guess this would be ego or control. I don't know, but one thing that can spark you and take you down that other path, that negative path. That
Right.
one little thing that you might disagree with or have a different thought of, that your I guess it's your beliefs too.
It
You have
is.
everybody has their own belief system, and that's what causes conflict. That's what causes conflict, right?
Absolutely.
So to truly be open to uh to how the world is and to how other people are, how they are being, because we're human beings, right? So everybody's so unique. It's a constant practice. It's very, people think, oh yeah, this is easy, and no, it's not, and that's why the society is so negative, is because it isn't easy.
Yeah. And
It
I
isn't
think
easy.
I get mad at the rest of the world because I try to be positive, and there's so much negativity around me that it's easy to get mad and blame and accuse and complain. I try
Yeah,
not to do it. I'd rather be around high vibing people. We don't even have to go there, you know.
yeah,
We don't even
yeah,
have to go there anymore. But there's so much wrong with the world, especially you know United States, man. It's just like such a pussified
oh
nation of
yeah,
addiction and control and conformity and all these just herded like freaking sheep, man.
yeah. Well, and
It
this is
does
why,
make me sick.
yeah, this is why people seek out nature to quote unquote relax.
Absolutely,
Like they go,
yeah.
we're going on summer holidays to relax, when in actual fact you should be seeking that out 24/7,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
right?
That is what we do with the rush, 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 get to your job. So highly unnatural. Spiritually could break you,
Oh,
even more if you're already kind of broken, you
yeah.
know?
Well, it
So,
brings you back to that your subconscious mind in fight or flight mode kind of deal, right? And I guess basically what it comes down to for me is pure understanding. And I can slip out of it. I can slip out of it in a split second with
yes,
anger, with anger,
reactive, reactive
reactive
anger.
anger.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's what I am working on religiously every day now.
Hey,
I've been,
because you are aware of it, that is the first step to changing something, being aware that it's a
oh,
problem and it's an issue and that you will be tested. And it might even be coming today, man. Someone might
right?
piss you off as soon as,
That might piss
you
me off
know,
in the next 5 seconds. But then you got to look into your past. You got to look into your past and go, well, what's my past been like? My past has been fighting, prison, drugs, alcohol, streets.
yeah, yeah,
So you look back and you go, your brain, boom, instant reaction, fight, or react,
Hey, I
bang.
think Eckhart Tolle said this: the prerequisite to your life's purpose is to heal your pain and trauma. That's
Yes.
the prerequisite. You heal your pain and trauma, bam, your life's purpose is attached to that.
Yeah. But like you said earlier, I'll pass it on after this. Being aware of what's going on with you. And I said
The
to Kevin there
internal.
last night, I was talking to Kevin about some things that were, whatever, bugging me. But then at the end of it, I'm like, shit happens. And it's so true. It's so
Yeah.
true with your mind and your thoughts. And you hit a wall, you
Yeah.
hit a wall,
Yeah.
and a lot of times, and that's why people quit. That's why people give up. That's your mind.
Yeah.
That's nothing but your mind that does that to you, right? And it's your reaction. It's a combination of everything. So what I'm getting at, and I'll leave it at this, is work on genuinely, genuinely pure understanding, like being genuine
That's what's up.
in understanding of others. So that's where I'm at
That's
with
awesome, man.
with
Because in this ROV, rate of vibration chart, the top four are enlightenment, peace, joy, and love. And that's the spiritual paradigm. And right underneath the spiritual paradigm is reason. Uh,
oh
uh,
yeah,
and and the predominant emotional state for reason is understanding. So that
wow.
is a very high vibing place to be. Very
I
high
didn't know.
vibing.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Enlightenment, and you reminded me of this while we were talking here. Enlightenment, the view of life is, it just is.
Yeah, you're
Life
right there.
is. It
Yeah.
just is.
Well, I'm glad you told me that I didn't know that it was so high on the chart, but it makes sense.
Absolutely. Okay, for the name of the level is reason, right? And the energetic log is 400. Predominant emotional state is understanding. View of life is meaningful. God view is a wise God, and the process is abstraction. This here ROV chart is the most enlightening one I've ever seen. This is awesome, man. I'll
Wow.
text it to the thread later.
Yeah, I'd like that. I'd like that.
Yeah,
Thanks a lot.
yeah, man. Study it, man. Meditate, look at it, meditate, and it is just the more you look at it, the more you see too, the more you understand.
What I will say, masterminds are a thing of the future. Masterminds are a thing of the future that are
Yeah,
going to become so big that people are going to want to be working and understanding what life is all about and what's happened to society with
bam,
man-made bullshit, and
bam.
how it's really affected our families, how it's affected our mindset, how it's affected our views and our outlooks on
Society, community, everything.
everything,
Families,
everything.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
And even into alcohol and drugs and things that aren't pure for our bodies. Wow. So I'll leave
You
it at
know,
that, but thanks.
you know what? You just reminded me of right now we're living in the age of information, too much information, and it's not all good. So the next age is going to be the age of wisdom. And we got to be ahead of the curve and just know that people are starved for wisdom, like genuine, good knowledge that is going to better you as
Wow.
a human being. We'll be ahead of the curve.
Wow.
You know, the age of
Yeah,
wisdom. That's what
the
Stephen
age of
Covey says is next.
that's
Age
the
of
age of
wisdom.
wisdom. And
Yeah.
yeah, that's wow. So thanks a lot, Aaron. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, man. Kevin, what's up? Good morning, bud. Or Aaron, whichever one of you is available. Oh, there you are.
Hey, what up?
Hey, hey, what's
Uh,
up? Man?
yeah, I love everything that you guys were saying there. It was pretty awesome. I mean, the biggest thing for me is the understanding part. The more we understand about, and it all comes back to like nature and all that. The more we understand about nature, the more we understand about ourselves, the more we understand about other people. I think it's the more in tune we are with everything and ourselves. So I think that's pretty awesome. I like people's differences. I like people's different ways of thinking. Um, I just was trying to figure out how to say that. um, but yeah, like and then you go into like the I mean it's being open to the good and the bad as it comes. And not letting it affect you. Because I do know that even on the good side, if there was a thing about with every good there is a negative to it as well. And I forget exactly what that was, but there's
Yeah, and
it,
vice
it, it,
versa.
it, it vice versa. I forget what they call it,
Yeah.
but there for whatever positive there is a little bit of a negative, and I think it comes down to like the brain chemicals, all the feel good brain chemicals, and what like dopamine. I always come back to dopamine, but dopamine comes and you get a rush, and then it fizzles off, and then you're constantly trying to seek that
Yeah.
dopamine kick
That
again.
first stage. Yeah.
Exactly. So
The
if you're
dopamine trip.
yeah, that's it. So I mean, and we deal with it in different ways now. Now it's not a drug that gives us the dopamine kick, and then we have our side effects. But it's you get the dopamine kick from, like, say, going on that big run and all that, and you guys get the big dopamine kick, and everything's
Yeah.
going, and then you have a little bit of a crash, and then the next time
Yes.
you're
Yeah.
you're trying to seek that. It basically comes down to seeking. If you're always trying to seek that dopamine kick, if you're always trying to seek that runner's high, you kind of lose. Well, I mean,
Very elusive.
scientifically, they say that you lose a little bit of the feel goods or the love in it. And I do notice that for myself. Like, you can get on such a high from even going for like a car drive or something for me, or or working out, and then the next time you're trying to get that same high from that workout, or that same high from driving that car really fast or something, and the next time you push it further, trying to get to that until you kind of either fizzle out, or you kind of you hit like a plateau. And but if you're not seeking that dopamine kick, and that's just how you live your life, and that's how you um that's just where you're comfortable at, and it doesn't become a kick that you're trying to seek. It's just something that you do. That for me has changed a lot. So yeah, I mean, that's that.
I
There's
believe that your chosen thoughts and like having your days in total alignment where you hit all the right things. The food is in alignment. You're not cheating there. The fitness is in alignment. You're learning and teaching yourself new things in alignment, and you string together these perfect days. You're gonna have some beautiful days and some beautiful thoughts.
oh, you lined it up for me right there. Actually, I was trying to figure out what it was, and it was content. it was being content of where you are. So you're not trying to seek that runner's high or that workout high. You're just like that. You're content with how you are, how your day went, how that workout went, and it's not, so that makes sense. Yeah, being content.
Right. And they're
And so
so
yeah, I
elusive
mean,
that you shouldn't be chasing them because they just happen when they do. And I
yeah,
think that these highs from exercise, health, and fitness are a combination of several things. But I believe it's your thoughts are on such a high vibing frequency that you work yourself into this like elated state, you know?
yeah, that's it. And then and then sorry. And then it just comes back to like the understanding and being aware of that as well, right? Because I mean, even like if trying to put this into perspective, like my journey here, like we have these meetings and then we got into fitness and I got a huge super high vibing from the whole thing, and I was like going, and I wasn't aware, I wasn't ready to I don't know, understand myself a little bit better, or being content with where I was, being happy with where I was.
Right.
Um, and then I hit like that plateau, that wall, that were just it puts you in a bit of a funk. But now that I'm aware of hitting that wall, or like even getting close to it, I like take
You're like,
inventory
oh
of my
no.
life. You're like, yeah, like what's going on? Like I
Uh-oh.
was doing so
I
good. I
might
was
be
doing
hitting
so
a
good.
low after this high.
Yeah, that's just it though. But it does happen. But
You
being
might
aware
think
of
you
it.
were yourself into it too, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
So I
it's
mean,
like
being
that Chili Pepper song. If you see me getting mighty, if you see me getting high, knock me down. I'm not bigger than life, you know?
that's pretty good. That's pretty good. But yeah, I think it's being understanding, aware of that. Also being open to like the good and the bad as they come. And like it's like back to the universe is just kind of, the universe will throw things your way that you're not gonna like, but it's something that you need. And instead of taking that and into a negative and why is this happening to me, this or that, it's why it's not why is this happening to me. It's like, okay, like why was this given to me? Like
Right,
why did you put this in my
right.
path at this point? And it's not a derailment, it's just like hey, like it's like a push, like you should probably be going that way, like let's go. And every time you come to
Right.
that fork in the road, the universe is saying fucking go that way, go that way. And you're like, no, 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 I'm still going this way, this is the good way, I like this way, this is the comfortable
Yeah.
way. You know what I
Well,
mean?
hey,
So
the law of correspondence says there's a saying for it. Life doesn't happen to me. Life happens for me. See the
and that's
difference
what
in
I like.
thinking? Yeah.
That's what I
It's
like. I
happening
love
for
that.
me.
Yeah, and it's being ready for it's. I want to say like I try to, it's being ready for the change. So like we all have our goal. We all have our ways on how we want to get to that goal, but a lot of people get thrown off from that by obstacles coming in the way. And instead of like going back to being accepting, or being aware, is the obstacle that comes in your way, it could just be moving you in the right direction. Whereas you almost have to have like a backup plan ready, I think. So like
Oh,
when I'm gonna get to this point where I'm feeling a certain way, instead of not being prepared for it, having some things that you're backed up in your mind ready to go, that like, okay, the first thing I'm going to do is like check my surroundings, take inventory of what I'm doing, um figure out where I am, check the facts, and then proceed, and then you get to the next step and then figure out where you're going to go from there. It's like you when you go for a run, if you're going to go for a really long run, you don't just freaking get up and go. It's like, okay, well,
right.
you kind of you plan your route, right? So if you plan your route and you're getting, you get halfway through your route, and all of a sudden the roads close or the rain starts or something like that. It's like, Well, what do you do next? Well, you have your plan that like, okay, well, if this road's closed, then I can go this way and I can finish my route this way. Or if it rains, I can go to an indoor freaking track or something and finish my run. And then you run, and then you get past that, and the next stop you go to is, I'm running out of freaking energy. Well, you bring water and you bring your gel packs or whatever it is. So I think life is the same way, is being
Right.
prepared to be taken off your path, but being able to find your way back on it quick enough.
Yeah, success is when preparation meets opportunity. You know?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I like that one.
Preparation meets opportunity.
Yeah, you prepare, and then the opportunities appear too, and then you take them, and yeah, I like that one. I've heard it said another way. Uh Fuck, I can't think of it. If they use another word instead of success. Oh, luck. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity. So it's not
Luck.
really luck. You prepared for that opportunity and you took it. And that's not luck. That's success in my eyes.
I do like that.
Yeah.
The one thing that I do struggle with was what you said was negativity. Like I'm pretty good at knocking down negativity out and not letting it in. Like I can't watch the news. I refuse. Like I will
I
get
can't.
pissed off. I will
Oh
get
yeah.
pissed off if the news is on in my house. Like I don't want nothing to
Me
do with
too.
it.
Me
If
too.
I turn on the radio by accident and it's in the news, I'm like, get out, get out.
You shut it up, right? Fuck
I
this.
shut it off, and then what? People get into conversations about certain things, and I know right away that I need to leave this conversation because it's just something that's gonna, it's gonna irk me. I've delete or I at least silence a lot of notifications on my phone and through Instagram and that, because even some things will come up that I don't like, and I just don't need it. I'm not prepared for it. But the one thing I do struggle with is like being able, well, we talked about it before, is like the guillotine, right? Um, and it's yeah, it could be such a negative person or such a shitty person, but it's and I'm sitting there trying to understand how they think, or trying to um figure out where the positive is in this, or trying to help them. And for me, it's that fine line of taking the guillotine and grabbing the rope, or still trying to stick it out. And I mean, that's probably the hardest part for me, is trying to figure that out.
Yeah, yeah. Some
I
good stuff.
completely, I'll just quickly say something there. I completely agree with that statement there. Making that choice of the guillotine effect, because it's a massive decision. It's a massive, it's a big deal. It's a
Well,
big deal.
negative people that are determined not to change, guillotine,
Oh yeah.
guillotine.
Oh,
Yeah,
100%.
I'm not
100%.
trying to change you, believe me. And if I was trying to change you, it's only for the better. But
Yeah.
you see me in a negative light, guillotine,
Yeah.
you
And
know.
I'll
Fuck.
just, yeah.
I,
Removing this is a big one for me. Removing selfishness. I don't like this. I don't like that. I don't like how things are going. Me, fucking I. And
Yeah,
it is brutal. It's brutal.
it
And
plagues people.
I have to admit, it, because if I don't admit it, I'm not going to get better. I'm not.
Right, right.
Right. So I have to look at that, say it out loud. So because when you say things out loud about how you are and what you're doing, you're you're giving yourself information, right? You're
Yeah,
saying, man, I'm being selfish. I'm
yeah,
being selfish. I'm being
yeah.
self-centered. I'm not having an outlook on how another person's past has been, or whatever. What,
Mhm.
man, the list goes on and on. It goes
Yeah,
on forever. And it's like,
Yeah.
okay, well, why aren't you sitting down and realizing and looking at it from up here? I've always
Right.
been told, like, from spiritual people, look from above. Look from
Yeah.
above. And
Observe.
how are you acting? How are you acting, motherfucker? Right? Because
Right.
it's like,
Hey.
you're creating this. You're creating what you're
Yeah.
doing. You're the creator of whatever's being
Yeah.
said. And you're
And
the creator of
your
yes.
subconscious mind is recording everything you think, say, and do. It
Yes.
records
Yes.
everything. You know, you're only fucking yourself with that. Yeah, man. Well, surrendering, three of the self mastery things is surrendering your desires, surrendering your opinions, and surrendering selfishness, self centered,
Opinion.
self seeking, self absorbed selfishness, you know?
Well, what you just said, your own opinion.
Yeah,
Oh
your
man.
own opinions. That's all they are, is your opinion.
Yeah,
Doesn't
but
make them truth.
and it's only coming from you.
That's right.
It's only coming from you, right? So it's like,
Right.
man, like, open up your soul, dude. Right? That's what I
Right.
mean. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
constant work.
When you surrender your opinions, I think you get closer to truth, you know,
I think there should
realizing
be
that
like
everybody has them, you know.
Sure.
I'm taking all this and then I'm looking at this like a map or a prerequisite for the guillotine. So it's like,
Yeah.
take like if you're going to guillotine someone, take out the eyes out of it and take inventory. And then if you're going to guillotine someone, set the boundaries between you two and see if they are met or not. And if not, then guillotine. Look from above and surrender your opinions. I think if you kind of follow that map right there and none of it lines up and it doesn't fall into place, then I think you have the right to guillotine.
Yes.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
believe that's what it would take. Yeah.
And
Yeah. I've had to
effort.
guillotine people out of my life, man. And I've been thinking about a buddy of mine that, he's on the chopping block. He's on the fucking chopping block.
Yes,
Hey,
you gotta read him his rights and your rights first then.
I know, man. I've been trying because I like this kid, and
Yeah.
he's kind of young, and he fucks up. He fucks up a lot, man, and I think he really needs someone like me in his life to set him straight, but not at my expense, I
That
do
is the
want
hard
to
part.
help him.
That's definitely the hard part is I mean I think we're all healers. Like we have all put more into other people than we have into ourselves, and that's kind of where we ended up in a position that we're at. I was the same way. Like I was always constantly helping people, constantly looking out for people, um, constantly worried about other people's opinions, which is wrong.
Oof.
But
Yeah.
I didn't see it from. I don't know. It was always from from heart. And when I gave so much of myself away that I wasn't able to take care of myself for so long. So
Mm.
this is about me this time.
Yeah,
I need
about
to
you.
take
You
care of
know what?
myself. I
You
need to
should
take care of
care
myself.
about your opinions more than another person's opinions. Why is it though that as humans we care more about other people's opinions than our own? Especially if they're a low level fuck. Why would we care about their opinion?
You
Yeah.
can,
More
yeah,
than ours.
it's insanity is what it is. It's insanity. It's so unhealthy to be in that state of mind. It's so unhealthy to be there, right? It's
I mean,
just
I could see some of it of being like unhealthy or whatever, but at the same time, I think it does show that we have
you care.
we have such a big heart that we care, right? It's not
Yeah.
about like if someone here was like, oh fuck Kev, your fucking hat sucks, or I don't fucking really like the way you look or something, like I don't give a flying fuck about that. But if someone came to me and was like, um whatever. I
You're
didn't
really
like what you
messing
said in
up
the
in life.
yeah, you're really messing up in life. I want to be like, oh, okay, like why? Like how? Where can I fix myself? Where can I fix myself? What, if someone said was like, Kevin, you're negative all the time, like obviously I'm
No,
gonna
I'm
take that
not.
opinion. I'm gonna take that opinion to heart. Like maybe
Are
I am.
you?
I don't know. Yeah, I will be. Because I'm gonna think about it and try to understand it at least. Maybe I am sitting here being like super negative, and I wanna understand
Some
why
negative
this person,
moments.
yeah, well, I want to understand why this person thinks that I'm negative all the time. So I will listen to it. I will try to understand it, and maybe there are a lot of points that I need to work on that have been negative, and then that's a win. That's a win for me and a win for them, as far as I'm concerned. So I do care what people have to say, to a point. If it's gonna better myself and better them, I understand. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Yeah, I take advice from a positive person
Right.
over some negative person. Negative people think they have all the answers. It's like, yeah, but look at you. I don't want anything you got. I don't even want your opinion. You know?
Yeah, what are you doing? What are you doing in your life that's positive? Right? Like
Right.
what are your actions? Who said that
Yeah.
the other? I was watching
Like
a podcast. I don't care what you've done or what you think you're gonna do, it's what you're doing. And I was like,
right.
yeah, like what you're
Yeah,
doing
it's
right
what
now.
you're doing. Yeah.
And if a person is genuinely, they are like for us, we're showing up every day. We show up and it's like you want to get better. Like you're like, man, I'm fucked up. I want to get better. That's the that's the ticket. That's the work where it's like you're admitting to yourself and to others that man, this is not good. I have to get better. I have to be a better person and
Yeah.
help the because it's such a poisonous environment nowadays. It's so poisonous. I can't get over um the state of society at the moment. It's pretty crazy, man. Like I'm not saying everything's bad because that's not true. There's still lots of good out there. There's still lots of good.
Yep,
I'm not saying that,
exactly.
but the repeat of the negativity, like the news, Kevin was saying, or
Yeah.
people's the instant judgment thing is huge, huge. You don't
People
even know
judge. Oh,
it.
yeah.
An instant judgment. I'm like, don't do that, man. That is really
Yeah.
unhealthy.
I yeah,
Uh,
judgmental people, man. I don't vibe with them,
No,
you
no.
know.
Well, the
So,
the worst part
Yeah.
about the whole thing is people are going off of, like, this comes back to the AI thing that we talk about, and it would be good. I have a huge problem with as well, because people are watching the all this AI stuff, and people are like, oh, did you see that Lamborghini freaking crash into a tree and da da da? I'm like, yeah, that was fake, like it was all CGI. Or like, like people are trying to compare themselves to like models who have literally sat there in front of it. It's an AI. Like they literally just took a picture and says, "Oh, can you doctor me up, put some tits on me, and give me an ass?" Like, boom, there you go. And
There you
people
go.
and girls and guys are all comparing ourselves to the people that they're not even real fucking people.
How
These are all
about this,
AI
Kevin?
things.
How about
Yeah.
this? If the next age is like an age of there was an age of enlightenment, right? But if we used AI to pump pure wisdom out, quotes and like a little like picture that goes with the quote to understand it and visualize it, I think that'd fucking smash it.
Oh yeah, it definitely would. Definitely would. But
Yeah.
it just I just yeah, people comparing themselves to shit that's not even real. Like I literally, my buddies were, I had an experiment because my buddies were going on about, oh, this guy just got this car, this guy just got this house, and blah blah blah. Even my girl at the time was like, oh, my friend just bought a pool, my friend's on vacation, and I'm like, you could be anyone that you want to be on Instagram, right? And they're like, what?
Yeah.
I went up the next day and I took a picture of the Lamborghini that was in my shop, and I wrote a quote saying, if you work hard, you can get whatever you achieve, and put up, like, I didn't even say anything else other than that.
Right,
You
right.
know
You
what?
didn't claim it was yours.
Oh, didn't even claim it was mine. But you know how to this day, I had a guy about 3 months ago where's the Lamborghini? I'm like, what fucking Lamborghini? He goes, no, the gray one with the orange interior. I'm like, oh yeah, that one. Yeah, that wasn't mine. They literally thought I
That
had
it
bought
was
this
yours.
fucking Lamborghini. And I literally, the only thing I said was, if you work hard, you can get what you achieve. And it's that easy for people to
Yeah,
assume or think
Naive.
that people
Yeah.
are doing better.
Yeah.
that's scary. That's
Yeah.
scary
It is. It is.
because we just read something. People, they read something and see a picture and they
Don't believe
believe it.
everything you read.
They
Right?
Yeah.
believe it though.
Yeah.
That's don't
Well, you know
believe
what's
that.
scary? You know what's scary? Hitler had a saying that if you tell a lie loud enough and long enough, people will believe it.
Whoa.
You know,
Yeah.
tell a lie loud enough and long enough, people will believe it. That's what he did.
Whoa. That's the truth.
It
That's-
is.
Yeah, it
man.
is true.
It
That's
is because people
That's
conform.
brainwashing. That's brainwashing. Straight up. That is
COVID.
actual brainwashing.
Propaganda.
COVID.
Sorry, I had a cough. COVID.
Yeah. Yeah. What? Oh, you must have a virus.
Oh,
Yeah, get my shot. Would be good. Anyways,
We haven't talked to Aaron yet. I know he's getting it in over there, talking about universal laws and everything under the sun. So, what you got?
Well, it all comes down to how you feel on the inside is pretty much how you view the world. And if you can't get a grasp on that, then you are going to make your world appear just like it is on the inside of you, right? And you will make others feel like you feel because you just don't have
Yeah.
you don't have the consciousness, the mental witness, so to say, to acknowledge that you're projecting all that shit onto the world.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I mean, everybody suffers around you. I have a friend that, his wife is like one of my best friends. Well, not my best friend, just a friend. We'll call him for purposes of anonymous, randomness. We'll just leave it at that. But
throw his name
Yeah,
up there, Aaron. Why not?
she, we'll just say that she's more of an anchor than an engine for him, but he still like puppy dogs her and like, and he wants to grow and he wants to, level up. At least he says he does, which I believe because he puts his work in. I got him on the burpee routine and shit. So,
Oh, nice.
but yeah, she works out too and stuff, but I don't think she just doesn't have that third eye, that consciousness to see how like her negative energy, affects her world,
Oof.
and I'll just leave it at that. But you could see like people who are traumatized, who are hurt, you can't really blame them because they have to work through that trauma, but that is their responsibility to. I think, everybody, no matter what you went through, if you're still alive, then it's your human responsibility to heal yourself so you can allow yourself to have, the rest of your life where it's enjoyable and meaningful and has purpose,
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, man.
it's
People need to be coached into how to do that. And
They
by
do.
bettering yourself, I think you find healing by bettering yourself, because some people are so broken and have a lot of pain, a lot of trauma,
they
that
do.
you have to work through it.
It's just blocking. It's blocking everything good for them. Yeah, Kevin.
Yeah.
yeah, I want to say something. I want to say something on that because it's a lot of people have a hard time trying to get help or see through it because they haven't hit bottom.
Mhm.
They're kind of just coasting through and
They're
being
stuck.
and
They're
they're
stuck.
just they're comfortable. They're comfortable with being a little bit uncomfortable. So, it's like sitting on the couch and watching a TV, and the couch isn't very comfortable, and you try to sort of sit through it until fucking a spring's popping up your ass, and then you go change the couch out, and you deal with that couch freaking pinning you in the butt for months and months and months before you actually fucking do something about it, where you could have just fixed the couch right away and just been comfortable that whole time. So it's
No, that's a good analogy. It's a great analogy.
right.
That's
It's
silent
I mean,
suffering shit.
exactly. I mean, I do it all the time. Like, I'm constantly working like an asshole. But I'll work through knee injuries, I'll work through this, and instead of taking care of myself or dealing with it, I just, I'm comfortable I'm comfortable enough with this little bit of pain
Yeah.
until my knee completely blows out and I can't even go to work, and then I'm out work for. I mean, Patrick knows a little bit about this, right?
Yes, I
But
do.
That's seeking
it's,
the wrong kind of discomfort.
the
You
wrong
gotta
kind
heal
of
that
discomfort.
discomfort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is a really this is kind of it's a touchy subject because people's experiences and what they've been through, other people's experiences don't or can't comprehend the other experiences because they haven't experienced it.
Right.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like
100%.
Mike, I just watched Mike Tyson, and he's just going off about he must hit rock bottom, you must hit rock bottom. And well, what's rock bottom for who? Which individual?
Yeah.
What's the level of rock?
Yeah.
What's
Most
the
of the time,
level
it's
of
like
rock?
you're forced against the wall, like, you got a drunk driving or something, and you kind of got forced to it. You got forced to your rock bottom. You weren't willingly saying, this is my rock bottom, I'm gonna level up now.
Right.
Yeah,
You're
but I mean,
forced
okay, so
into
this is what
rock
I'm saying
bottom
there.
sometimes.
This is
It's a
exactly what I'm
blessing
saying
in
right
disguise.
now. Somebody's rock bottom might be one DUI, and they think that's their rock bottom.
Yes.
And then another guy goes, 10 years in prison, beaten, like beaten and shit. Like, it's just like the level of rock bottoms are so different.
Right.
And it's like, and then there's character, the character that's in that human being from those experiences. So it's a very touchy subject on
and then there's the people who have no rock bottom,
No.
that
Right.
are really gonzo, that those are the dangerous people where there is no rock bottom for them.
That's like I was talking
Yeah,
about the other
dude.
day, those people with that personality that they don't want to look on the inside, no inner work. This is me.
Run.
I'm gonna fucking
Yeah.
be like this the rest of my days. Those people are kind of scary,
They
Those
are.
are the guys that are, freaking mass shootings and poisoning people and doing just
Yeah.
fucking
Because
vile shit.
oh yeah, man, because the external world has beaten them up consistently,
Exactly.
and that they're just like so broken. I would, it would be interesting to be able to hear their thoughts.
Yeah, well, so their experiences have been poison, which has turned them into poison.
That's right. Yeah.
Right. So it's sad, actually.
Straight poison.
It's really
that
sad.
internal world, that constant barrage of negative thoughts just weighing on you day in and day out. Yeah, this is why these people snap, because our society, that television, poison.
Oh, yeah. It is.
Yeah.
It is. So there's
Especially
that.
the news.
Oof. Empathy. Having empathy is. I score very. I've been tested like for empathy. My score is very low on empathy. But you work on that. That's what you work. So if I score low on empathy, I have to work on that.
Yeah, if you recognize it as a weakness and you work on it, it can one day become a strength.
Exactly.
You'll focus on it.
Yes, yes,
There you
yes.
go.
You know what they really should be doing is they should be having a freaking personal development class in school.
Dude, I've thought about
Absolutely.
that, like a mindset for
Absolutely.
kids. Fucking
Why is
head, right?
we
I don't know.
that needs like we have school shootings. What do? We take away the guns? Like, no, we should be freaking having personal development classes for our kids to get
Yo, I saw something the other day. Guns don't shoot people, people do. But it was comparable like I'm getting rid of my guns to stop these mass shootings. It's like, are you gonna get rid of your dick to stop rape? You know?
Right.
You know?
True, true.
If you're not going to shoot anyone, you have no problem having a gun. I mean, other than, if someone's coming at
hey,
you. In your house.
Aaron, maybe that's what they should start doing.
It might be highly
If you
effective.
do that, that's what happens.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
Guil-
yeah.
Guillotine.
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 Ask a rapist, would you rather spend 30 years in jail or have your dick cut off?
Oh man, yeah. But what's your
That's a good-
option? What do you want?
Yeah.
Jeez.
sunshine and butterflies, sunshine and butterflies.
Right. Yeah. Oh man, has been a good one, man. The
I almost
school of
spit out my
life.
shake there.
The school of life. Who is coming in here now?
Brandon?
Oh,
Is that
Brandon.
big? Oh, it
Brandon.
is. Oh, he's good.
B-Dog.
Let's get his view on.
He's on the
oh,
plane.
man. You spent all night in the
Get a
airport,
window
bro.
seat.
Yo, 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 yo.
Oh, he's on the plane. On the plane. Don't get on the plane. Get in the plane.
Yeah, right?
You don't want to ride that to Panama.
Right on, right on.
Oh man.
So,
Brandon, we're talking about
yeah.
universal laws today.
Go ahead, yeah. Go ahead.
The first four
Wait, say that one more
universal
time.
laws.
First four universal laws. All right, I'm on standby here just for a minute. I'm listening.
Yeah. All right. Oh, you can't really talk right now? No.
Share a little something with us,
No, I
Brandon.
can. No, I
Share a little
can.
wisdom.
Law
I'm
of
right here.
divine oneness. What's your outlook on that interconnectedness?
Shoot, man. We're all connected. Bob Marley. One love.
There you go.
One love, man.
So what's up? Yeah.
Yeah. I wish I was a little less interconnected with all these people here.
You're very connected right now. I saw
Yeah,
all
man.
those people.
Like nuts to butts, man.
Yeah.
Where are you flying to?
Oh, I'm just getting to Panama, actually.
Oh, yeah. All right. Flying
Right.
overnight.
Yeah, man.
You said that was 8 hours?
Yeah, 8 hours, dude.
8 hour
Red-
flight. Wow.
Yeah. I'm
You spent
gonna
all
snap my
night in
back
that
in a minute.
airport?
Well, I spent all night on this airplane, and then I spent all day in the airport yesterday. Yeah, it was the
Yeah.
best flight I could get. It's all right, man. We just make it tougher on ourselves, don't we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 That's
There you
it.
go.
That's it right there, what he just said. That's
Yeah.
that's what you seek. That's what you seek, is what he just said. You
Yeah.
seek that discomfort, that toughness.
Yeah. It's not going to
You-
break them, make you tougher.
Well, and how Brandon says it, you galvanize yourself. You know,
Yeah.
I
Right.
like that saying,
Right.
actually. I like that saying. It's a
Right.
good saying. But I wanted to put out there too. I do feel blessed to have been put into this mastermind and this group. I do honestly feel blessed. And I'm not a
Yes.
religious man. I'm not a religious man by any means. But if you want to talk about the universe, being here and just showing up, makes me a better person. It just just does.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just does. Like I don't know how else to say it, but coming into mindset and personal development in a positive form is the new this is the new way of life. This is what people will be. This is going to be the next biggest thing in the world, is going to be personal development. And like Aaron said, AR said earlier, what did you say? Oh, I just slipped my mind. What wisdom?
Yeah, the age of wisdom.
The age of wisdom. Yeah. So I
Yeah.
agree with you 100%.
We need to be ahead of the curve and seek wisdom.
Yeah.
Many
And
different outlets.
don't let your thoughts drag you out of something good.
It's
Mhm.
funny you
If you
say that because I
understand
was
that.
thinking that my topic was going to be about wisdom.
Wow.
Oh,
I thought
yeah.
of that while I was laying down in bed the other night. I was like, "Oh, wisdom, man, that's a good one." Because Patrick, you
Yo,
brought
why
about
don't you
discipline
grab
that
it
one day. I was like,
tomorrow,
"Yeah,
Aaron?
just one word,
Yeah.
a one-word topic. Let's go on that one word."
Why
Yeah.
don't you grab the coaching tomorrow and we'll go with that?
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah, let's
Yep.
do that.
Well, I'll plant the seed now so you guys can gather
Oof.
thought,
Yeah.
gather idea.
All right.
That'll be a great subject. The wisdom.
Yeah, maybe I'll
Absolutely.
add a little flavor to it just to kind of give it. We'll start there and then add a little spin to it.
There you go. That'll be interesting. Hell yeah.
Well, this has been a really good meeting because
It has.
I hit a wall last night, and it was selfishness, and it was not being open. And it's crazy to believe how the mind can pull you back from your subconscious mind and the poison that you've been through and what you've absorbed.
For sure.
We've absorbed a lot
The
of
stain we talk about, right?
it is the
Fucking
stain, yeah.
stain.
And it's a dirty old shitty little it's a shitty stain, that you keep trying to remove, but it's always there. It's always there, and you have to work around it. You have to work around it. And that's something that I think with as human beings, it's always going to be there. It's
Will.
always going to be there, and that's the work. That's the work, is to remove yourself on the on the outskirts of the stain and stay in that in that clear area, that purified area, and stay
It's with
away from
the
that.
awareness. That awareness,
Yes.
that's where it comes into play, because that's what will help you,
Overcome.
decide, make a better decision there, right? That awareness. Because
Yes.
you're right, it'll never go away, dude. You'll get better at it,
Yeah.
because you rewire the brain,
Choices.
right? You'll rewire the brain, but still you'll get these certain moments or where your hormone levels are low or some shit, and you're just like, you'll just have that sliver,
Yeah.
like you say.
A sliver. That's exactly it.
And you gotta fucking close that window, slap that window closed.
Oof.
Yeah.
That
Don't
and
allow
how
it in.
you said that the other day, the loop. You get caught in a loop of negativity, and then you'll
Right.
stay in that. You'll stay in that loop. It's
Until
like
you become aware of it. Like,
yeah,
wow, I'm really negative right now. I'm going to change this up. I'm not existing here.
Right.
You
So
you
one
don't
other
want to
thing- well,
grow. You
you
plant that seed and it starts growing. You
Yes.
know,
in
And like I
either
was saying-
in either way, positive
in either
or
way,
negative.
positive or negative.
Yeah.
Every thought is like a seed that has the potential to grow or to die.
Yeah. What a beautiful thing to be able to come into a place where you have to be, you have to be to correct yourself into being a better person. Like, I know I have to be here no matter if some days I'm just like, oh, that other bullshit, the negative loop. But in my
Yeah.
heart, this is where I know I have to be
To change.
to change.
Yeah.
To change.
You got to become the change that you seek in the world. Gandhi said that, so you got to start to become, one of the mental toughness secrets is life is not about appearing, acquiring, and possessing. It's about being and becoming. You got to become the source of what you seek.
Yeah. Yeah. And putting it out there. I walked into the gym last night and I was in a horrendous, I went again. I had to get out. I went back again. I came home and I was
Damn.
still in that place. And I turned around at my door. I just know I'm going back. I said, I'm not, I'm
Oh shit. Yeah.
going back. And I walked into the gym and there's this guy there. And I said, hey man, how's it going? And he was the friendliest guy. And I was like, oh, what? He's like, hey dude, how's it going? Have a great workout, bro. And I was like, what? I was like, what's happening?
It brought
was
you up
the
right away, didn't it?
He gave out honestly, the kindest vibe I've felt in a long time of genuine. He was like, hey dude, how's it going? Like, and it was completely genuine, and
That's
I was
great.
like, oh, I
That's
guess
what I try to do. That's what I try to do to people in the gym. I try to be that guy.
yeah, I think that's where it's at, right? Well, not I don't
Yeah.
think. I know that's where
Yeah,
it's at.
that's where
I
it's
know
at,
that's where
man.
it's at.
That positive energy creates energy. And what are we going to the gym for? Not to lose energy. To gain strength and have abundant energy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what I was talking about earlier when being aware of it and then the universe coming and telling you what you wanted, that not what you wanted to hear, but what you needed to hear. So you hit that, you were going home, you hit that path. If you just went inside the house, you took that one more step inside the house, you would have been going down that fork in the road of not
Right.
comfort. Like what you thought was comfortable was going home and going to bed. But that's not what you needed. What you needed was, oh fuck, but you were aware. Like, I can't go home right now. I need to go do something. And then the universe fucking sends you down that other fucking fork in the road. And then here you are meeting this guy. Like, that's fucking amazing.
yeah, it gave
Right.
me a gift. Gave me a gift of a few seconds of kindness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
And that was my
positive
answer.
energy that
Oh,
creates
it was an
energy.
answer. It was a straight answer. I'm like, oh, there is good people, and it made me feel so good. And then everything kind of changed.
It's amazing.
Be that guy
It is
today.
amazing. It is amazing.
Be that guy today. And imagine how you feel after a day of being that guy.
Usually I am. I really usually I am, but I have that boom.
Yeah. Hit the wall.
Whack. Just getting just that, I'll call it the sledgehammer effect. Okay. Boom. And it's like, holy man, like getting like just a knock in the head. And it's like, man, is it ever uncomfortable? It's just an uncomfortable state, right?
The universe giving you back, giving you that gift back that you've been giving everyone else.
Yeah.
I was like, hey
right?
man, what? Here, come take some of this. You've been giving this out for fucking weeks. Get back in the gym and let me give you some. Let's go.
Yeah, right. So it's a must. It's a must. And you know what? I have to give thanks to Wes Watson. I have to give thanks to Wes Watson for his message. Whatever people's opinion of him or however, whatever, his message is pure and his discipline is pure. So
Yeah.
I
He's
have to do
enlightened.
thank I do thank Wes for doing, you know,
Yeah,
being
you
out
got
there
to.
doing what he's done anyways, doing what he's done, right? So yeah.
For sure.
You know,
Sure,
you can
for
be
sure.
sober, you can be sober and blah 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 and this and that for years. But if you don't work on personal development, well, where are you at?
You're not really growing.
You're not
You're
growing.
not
I don't
growing.
know.
Yeah,
You're pouting.
well, you're leaving the door open a little bit for to slip.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That door
You're
open.
And like what
Yeah.
Kevin said before, these people coming out of rehab, we do need to package it to them that, okay, you're on the path of recovery. Now let's take your recovery to the next level. Take that recovery
Yes.
to the next level, you know?
Yeah. Yes.
Because I know some people that are sober, you know, for 20 years, but they're kind of just like
Yeah.
lifeless, or they're just kind of like
Stagnant.
blah, you
Stagnant.
know?
Reconnect.
Yeah.
Reconnect.
like-
Recovery and then reconnect.
Yeah, exactly.
Content.
Rebound.
Content with being mediocre and average.
And I'll give a
Or
person
below
props for being
average,
sober
even.
for 20 years, man. That's awesome, right?
Yeah.
But, yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, why wouldn't you want to just
It's not
continue
so
on
awesome if you're
being
not
better?
growing or learning anything.
Yeah. Oof. That's
Yeah.
a big one, man. It's a big one.
All right, well,
Anyway.
guys, we're coming up on time. You want to shut her
Yeah.
in, Aaron, and
Yeah,
I'll
let's
carry
shut
on.
it down here. All right. Everybody smash it today. Have a great one.
Yep.
And I am
Down.
gonna request to start how do I
I got you, bro.
unable.
I got you, bro.
You got it.
Aaron's
You
got to put
got
on
it.
his
guys.
spectacles.
Man, I don't have my glasses on. I can't see this small writing.
Peace out.
Right on.